guys, you join me here, Snowman86, and we are back on Ballyspring. So we're just going to very quickly feed some grass bales to our cows because we have put them all into the one field, but that field is quite sparse on grass. So we're going to have to tend to them. So we're going to throw 2 bales up. And hopefully all going well, guys, we'll be back then after that the next day, and all going well, our grass fields, we might get our fur cut off them. So maybe hopeful anyway, guys. The noisiest loader in the world. Can't wait till we change this out. Maybe I should just change it out now. I'm not sure. We'll go external and we'll zoom out a bit because that might just make it a little bit easier on the old eardrums. So we're just going to park that there. Reverse the way up, and that should throw the grass nicely into the thing. So that should see them enough to survive the day. And as I say, then tomorrow we'll be coming to the end of September, so we're actually probably getting close to moving them back indoors, back into the shed. So we'll have to see how that plays out as well. Looks like there's rain on the way for this evening as well, guys, so there's every chance that is exactly what will happen, and then it's a case of how well we actually manage to get through this pile of grass here that's in front of us. So we have a lot, guys. If I just quickly go up here, you'll see the old building. We demolished it and we removed it. So we've gotten rid of that. So that opens up the back of the yard here towards the animals. So we can actually probably start pulling bales out of this side now. We'll keep loading in this side until we fill that section. But ideally, I think in time, and probably next year, we'll have to look at either putting up a big shed on this area and maybe knocking this one as well, and look at maybe a better area for storing our bales. But for now, guys, I think we don't have much else to report, so we're going to skip it a day or two, and hopefully we'll be back here either moving cows in or cutting grass. And there are the old sheeps and goats, all the little baby sheeps and goats. They are tipping away nicely as well, guys. So yeah, we'll be back here in a second and we'll crack on with the work. As you can see, guys, we are back, so we're heading to the field, and we'll just get ourselves lined up here. So we're just going to unfold. Hopefully that's coming around. It sure is. So we're going to get ourselves started here on our first track. So we are going to go, I think that's both of them down. And that is correct, you did hear me say boat. So we have something interesting on the front, guys. We've splashed out and picked up a front moor. So this should increase our cut times. Now we're kind of testing it all out here this side of winter, and yeah, I think it probably is a purchase that will stay on the farm, guys. So it should just enable us to be that a little bit more efficient on mowing, I'm hoping anyway. As we can just now whip around corners and all that good stuff. So I think it's 3.1 meters is the working width of it. And yeah, we're going to put it to good test here today. We have 4 fields that we're going to saw. We're not going to touch the goat pasture. We're going to leave that alone just in the event that the goats do need a top up and the sheep over winter. At least they will have that option. But yeah, we have a front moor, guys. Exciting. The next thing we probably do need to pick up is a tether for next year. We might start to look at doing hay and silage, but we'll just have to see how it all plays out. So far it's doing a nice job. We can just quickly jump out and check, and we'll just shut it all down. and you can see the swart underneath the tractor. So we've two, so we're missing a little bit on corners. That's to be expected, I'd imagine. But yeah, that's leaving a nice little run there, guys. So that's going to speed us up. We're now cutting 6.6 meters, I think, something like that. So that should make this whole grass a lot easier. We, as I say, have the 3 fields. Everything is ready to go. So we're not going to waste any more time, guys. We're happy with that. New front mower. We show her on the front of the tractor, in fact. And there it is. So really does fill the front of the feet, and she's on her max limitations there. So if we're going to go any bigger, be it butterfly mowers, anything like that, we will have to change that beauty out. Now she might stay on the farm. She might be a handy yard tractor yet. We'll have to see. But we'll fire both back up. We can just keep mowing, guys. So we'll see how much we can knock out today. Hopefully we get a good chunk of it done. We're just going to see, can we maximize everything. We don't want to leave too much on the ground. So we'll whip in here now, and away we go again. So it should make mowing a lot more quicker. It should definitely make it quicker, and it should make it a bit easier in cab to do, as now we have a guide on the front mower. So once we can keep that track of grass there somewhat close, we should be okay. And just because it does annoy me, we are just going to pull forward, let the front mower catch them few little scruffy bits. And we'll get ourselves lined up, and away we go again. So the farm is growing. I think after the mower expense we're down to about 30,000 in the bank now. We will have to keep on to a fair chunk of that as the winter approaches. I get the feeling our water costs when we move the animals into the sheds is going to skyrocket. So we're just going to have to play that by ear and see how we go. And that's probably the reason we're going to stick with pastures. I know we discussed it recently that we might get rid of the pastures and keep the animals indoors all day, but I think it's easier for me to draw water to them versus the crazy price that the barn is going to set us back. So so for the winter we might be making a whole pile of money, so that's why we're just going to try and stockpile as much as we can beforehand. Obviously this tractor, the combine, and probably the loader will all need a service as well over the winter. That realistically should happen Decemberish for us. We can get all the gear in, get it all serviced, ready for the new year. So it'll be December, January for the servicing of all the equipment. That is the plan in my little head as we sit here now, guys. So we'll do one more pass around the headland and then we're on the ups and downs. So I'm not sure what we're going to yield off this. Hopefully it'll be a good old yield. You never know, we might wrap some of it in silage. It'll be our last round wrapping, I would imagine. Definitely our last round wrapping for this year, but I wonder will it be our last round wrapping in general. Something we would like to purchase in time is the square wrapper. I think it's about 50,000 new. So that is something on our radar, and if we can get that plus a tether, we'd be in fairly good nick then next year to start doing TMR. Obviously we'd be short a feed wagon, but again it's all stuff we can kind of pick up and as we're kind of going. I think it's all stuff we can pick up as we're going anyway. We might get some look in the used market as well. There's currently a beautiful John Deere there actually, guys, but I think I don't know, max horsepower 180 would be the same as this. It'd be newer, It'll be green. Do we need it? I'm just not overly convinced that it's probably the right move for us. Yeah, we'll go up here, I think. Do you know, it would be nice? GPS. GPS would be nice. Especially for the likes of this now, we could literally just lock in GPS, hit our rows up and down. So maybe instead of buying the old John Deere, maybe that's what we should invest in, like a Trimble system for this tractor, or something like that. Let's see, can I get back down? Doing a good job, and we're drifting there a little bit. We pull it back in. But yeah, something maybe like a Trimble system where we have a basic GPS setup might be a bit more beneficial to us at the moment. We'll have to see. So what we're going to do, guys, is quickly jump out here. Probably should be actually working the other way, but can't win them all. We'll drop in and we should be away again. So you can see here from the top-down shot, we are really flying here on the production of grass now. So definitely the mower is, I think it's a logical step for our operation. And we can carry it, so why not use it? The last few cuts we've been literally doing it with a weight on the front, so I think it's better off that we get the mower and coon again so it matches the rear mower. It's all about aesthetics. I don't know, did that drop in? It did. And yeah, you can see, guys, we really are just making mincemeat of this grass now. So now that the cows are producing milk, it really has turned the fortunes around on this farm. And I kind of knew it would. Obviously, as well, we have the goats and sheep, and we have wool and goat's milk to sell. That's something we probably try and knock out over the winter again. Tends to be a once a year thing at the moment, because we're just, well, to be honest, we don't produce a whole pile of it. So I don't think there's a serious urgency for us to be selling it also regularly. But yeah, that is kind of where we're standing, guys. So we're just going to basically keep cutting grass, and then we have a bit windrowing to do, and then a lot of square baling, guys. So as I say, we might this field closest to the yard, whip it and turn it to silage. Might be the best use of it. And then we would keep the other 3 fields for our grass supply over the winter. Might be the easiest thing to do, guys. And that would give us another little bit of income over the winter as well, as we could sell the bales in around Christmas time, and might just ease the bit of financial burden that's on us in the farm. We also are getting to the position where we need to start, well, we don't need to, but the loan is tipping away itself. We will try and do a financial report at some stage, guys, so we're all up to date with what's going on. So that's something we'll have to look forward to too. But as I say, I think we're still up around 295,000 owed to the bank. It's crazy money. So the sooner we can start kind of paying large chunks of that back, when I say large chunks, 10,000, 15,000, if it's there, it's probably something we look to start doing. And yeah, hopefully we can kind of create a little bit of breathing space on the finances of the farm. Now we could, currently as it stands, I think we can take out a 50,000 euro loan, but I just don't see the need for it. We'll be maxing out our revenues again and it's just another monthly repayment we'd have to make, and it's just, yeah, I think it's like €900 a month or something at the moment on interest, so it's pretty steep. So if we could reduce that, I think that would probably stand us in good stead again going into the future, versus what we're kind of doing now, which is just yeah, kind of patiently waiting for it to clear itself, or whittling it down very, very, very slowly. So yeah, the weather is good for the day as well, guys, for anybody who is wondering. So we can literally crack on, just get all this done, and yeah, we should be away then after that. Oh, we need to go back. Missed a little bit. And there we go, guys. One field complete. So what we're going to do now is whip the back more in, make for the gap in the hedge, and on we go to the next field, guys. So we can just shut off the front mower as well, save a little bit of diesel. Although as I look at it now, we probably could use it here going through, but anyway, we will drop into this field. Oh, not the prettiest of entrances made there by myself. We will get this whipped back around, and if we go, I might have to enable this here for a second just so I can see what we're doing. We need to be on the front more, so we're going to start this up, drop it in onto the rear more, start it up somewhere here, drop it in. It's not bad. Try and keep the old starts even. So we can do the first couple of passes again in cab, and then we get to the ups and downs, we might jump out just so we can see that left hand side or right hand side of the moor. So, but yeah, we are currently loving it, guys. This new front moor really is the bee's knees. It's making life so much easier. We're able really to get stuck in, do a nice job. So don't know will we get all this cut on the tank diesel, but we'll see how we get on. And you can see we have all the animals back close to the yard, guys, so either the end of today, maybe the next video, we'll see. We'll try and start moving them in, get them in for the winter, and that'll be yeah, solid 4 or 5 months then in the shed, eating all our reserves that we've worked so hard this year to make. So yeah, so the process then can start afresh next year, guys. But so far so good. We're still not debt free, but we are in a position where we can start picking up little bit of equipment that we need, or maybe land. But I do think the front mower was a plus here, because the more grass we pick up, it's just going to start taking so much more time to cut grass, and yeah, we really want to be not wasting too much of it. So that is where we are at, guys. So I think we shall leave it here, guys. We're going to tip away and keep cutting, and as you can see in the mini map, the yield from this field is some difference. That's nothing to do with the moor, that is purely the fact we limed it and we got a bit of fertilizer on it, or slurry. That is making some difference to the yield here, so we're going to be way up in bales compared to last time, guys. So yeah, I do think Well, we're 20% more, I think, is it roughly. So with that in mind, we might actually, yeah, we would definitely wrap round bales now. I think that's made my mind up. And yeah, you can see there's very little left on the field there for the actual cows, so they're going to be eating the reserves shortly. So if they're going to be eating it, we might as well have them in the shed producing slurry and manure for next year. So to be fair, the pastures did carry them pretty well. Um, so I think next year we could probably definitely get 4 months of the year outdoors. We might have to move them in for a couple of months in the middle, just while the grass recovers. But I think once we get them out, we should be in pretty good nick, guys. So with that said, I'm going to crack on here. Lots to do, and time is moseying along nicely, guys. We're into the start of October, and yeah, we're on to 4 o'clock grass. So as always, guys, thanks very much for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, you want to see more, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And yeah, we'll have more action on Ballyspring shortly, guys. As always, thanks very much for watching. We'll see you all again. Take care.